All right. Well, Bob, in the world of heavy metal music and guys in general, what is one of the main focuses of most guys, whether it's in music or just being a guy in general? What are we all after?
Pussy.
Exactly.
Hey, did I win something?
Well, you did. You won guest co-host on the Classic Metal Show.
All right.
So a woman born without a pussy.
Oh wait, is that one topic already over?
It's already over. Yeah, it's already over. We talked about guns.
Well, did she get her sentencing?
No, she's just in custody, and she has a bail that she has to meet if she wants to get out before her trial takes place.
Okay, well, please keep up on the story because I think Judge Aiken needs to do a sentencing on that.
Exactly.
Even though it's not involving teachers with underage students.
Yeah, I think we're going to broaden that topic just a little bit because I think Judge Aiken has a lot of life in it.
Absolutely.
All right. A woman born without a vagina has become...
Transgender. No.
Born without one. She was born without one.
Now, is that officially a woman if you don't have a vagina?
I think that she becomes an android at that point.
Well, she could always have a pussy hat, so then she'll have a spare pussy.
True.
Especially the self-lubricating CMS pussy hats, which are going to go on sale real soon, right?
Exactly.
So a girl is born without a vagina.
Yeah,
okay.
She has become the first in the world to undergo reconstructive surgery to have one built out of fish skin.
Oh, Jesus.
At least it'll have the right smell, right, Bob?
I was just going to make a comment, but I'm glad you beat me to it because now all the women won't be attacking me. They'll be attacking you.
Well, that's okay. I got broad shoulders, Bob.
Well, there you go. Well, I did mention the tuna fish flavored pussy hat.
You did.
But that is pretty hilarious. I mean, out of everything they have to make it out of, why fish skin? I guess you'll get into this.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
Now get this girl's name. Juceline, Jucilene. Juceline.
White girl?
I don't know. Juceline Marniho. Marinho. Marniho.
Marniho.
Yeah. Juceline.
Black girl? Asian girl? I got to play the Chris Aiken role.
Of course, no, she's from Brazil.
Okay, so could be dark skinned, black.
Exactly.
Huh?
She underwent neovaginosplasty. Or let me see if I can say this again. Yeah. Neovaginosplasty.
Oh yeah, I had one of those last week, dude, on my asshole.
In April,
I stuck a fish, a whole salmon up my ass.
Right.
Neovaginosplasty. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
After being born with Mayer Rokitansky Kuster House, which is also known in the medical industry as MRKH, that left her with no cervix, uterus, or ovaries, meaning she will never have children.
Does she have labia?
Well, they're installing one.
Oh, cool. You know what this reminds me of? That Archer episode with the robot?
Yes. Yeah, she put her vagina in the sink.
Yes.
Are you a big Archer fan, Bob?
I am. I like the first 5 episodes. Then after that, I kind of lost. As soon as they went into the spy, they left the spy business, and what was it? I think episode 6.
They went rogue.
Yes, exactly.
And then after 6, they went back to being ISIS again.
That's right, but that's when they had the kid, Lana and Archer.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched a couple of those. They were good. I still think the best one was the pirate booty.
Of course.
Yes.
Archer rules. I love Archer, and I guess it's coming back.
Oh, good. Good to hear.
Love Archer.
Me too.
Anyway, the procedure performed at the Federal University involved creating an opening where Miss Marino's vagina would have been before inserting a genital shaping mold lined with the skin of a freshwater fish.
Well, at least they'll have that freshwater smell.
Right.
So how do they know it was a girl if it didn't have a vagina or a penis?
Well, because I guess without a penis, it must have been just a chick without a vagina.
Did it have tits? Well, I guess it was born, so you wouldn't know. It wouldn't have,
right.
It wouldn't have fully developed.
Well, she was androgynous. She could have fit in well in the early 80s with the androgyny of Eurythmics.
There you go. So she's got an excuse to be transgender because she was born that way.
Yeah, she could have gone either way. They could have they could have added a dick to me, or they could have just inserted a slot.
Absolutely.
I guess they chose to insert the slot.
Well, good choice, I think.
Right.
We need more slots.
Right. The fish skin was then absorbed into her body and transformed into tissue that lines the vagina tract.
So the fish skin, not the foreskin.
No, the fish skin.
Interesting.
The foreskin will come later.
Well, isn't the fish skin scaly, or is this without the scale?
Well, you would think it would be scaly.
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of rough if you were to fuck a chick with fish skin vagina.
It would be fucking like a cheese grater or something, wouldn't you think?
Then again, they've got those, those cock rings with the to make the vagina feel good.
Right.
Spiky cock rings, but maybe they have the fish skin to make the cock. I don't know. I never did. Aiken say he fucked a fish? I mean, we know he fucked a ham.
No, he said he fucked a ham. I don't think he fucked a fish, though.
Okay, well, Chris, if you're listening, fuck a fish and let us know how it feels. It'll make the story flow a little bit. It'll give us a little bit more perspective on the story.
After spending 3 weeks in the hospital, Miss Marino, the first of 4 patients given the procedure, was discharged and is now thrilled with the results.
Well, dude, if I had a fish skin pussy, I'd be thrilled too.
She said, "My family and friends took me out to toast my new vagina."
So how old is she now?
Well, she's 24.
So for 24 years she had no pussy.
That's basically what they're saying, yes.
So she just had nothing there, no slot, no nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird? You go out with some chick and you kind of on a date with her and, you feel her out and you're kind of like, it's not a dick, it's not a pussy. Would you think it's an alien or something?
Yeah, you would think so.
You would kind of whoa, what the fuck? Or if she pulls her pants down the first time.
And there's nothing there.
I mean, you kind of think is this an alien being? Or, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, serious. It's whoa, you're a whole different, you're not human. Right?
You would think so.
Wow.
Miss Marino, who spiraled into deep depression when she thought she would never have an intimate relationship, has even been able to have sex for the first time with her boyfriend.
Wow, I wonder how that was.
She added, "It was a wonderful moment because everything worked out perfectly. There was no pain, just a great deal of pleasure and satisfaction."
And he added, "My cock was bleeding from the fish scales." God damn it. Continue.
Well, I think his relief came from, I can bang this chick whenever I feel like it, but I never have to worry about her pumping out a youngin'.
That's true. That's the one good thing. Yes. And I hope we're not being insensitive. Are we being insensitive here?
Well, do we care?
Okay.
All right. Despite being born with MRKH, Miss Marino was not diagnosed until she was 15 years old. What do you mean she was not diagnosed until she was 15?
I was just going to say.
Wouldn't they have noticed that from the time that she was born?
Maybe she had like a fake slot, like it was like not like a full slot, just like a little crevice.
It's like this baby was born without an axe wound. What's going on there?
Or maybe when it got 15, it just like molded all together, kind of like it got sewn up. I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting.
She had a normal puberty and even experienced menstrual cramps despite never having a period. Yeah, well, where would it have come from?
True. Her asshole?
Speaking of her diagnosis, Miss Marino said, I cried a lot when I found out. I thought my world had ended.
When she found out what? That she didn't have a pussy?
I guess. So she went with 15 years and said, hey, you know what? I don't got a pussy. What the hell's going on here?
Wow. This is a very, very sophisticated, interesting story.
Right. I've always dreamed of having a baby of my own now.
Where would the baby come out?
I have no idea. I had to accept that that would never be possible.
Well, she was right there.
After having the operation, Miss Marino experienced minor internal bleeding, but was told she could have sex by the end of the year. She said, at first, it was very scared to do because I thought it would hurt, and I was worried it might damage the opening.
Okay.
I didn't feel any discomfort, and there was no bleeding. Thank God for that.
No bleeding on her, but him.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a bloody mess.
Exactly. Everything felt sensitive in what I was told is the right and the normal way. I was perfectly neutral, like the opening had always been there. It felt so good to have something the majority of women take for granted.
True. I agree with that.
Right. Next thing you know, her boyfriend, all he had to do was run his credit card through that slot and pay for that.
Absolutely.
Surgeons at the university have performed vaginal reconstruction surgery using fish skin in 4 women born without a cervix, uterus, or ovaries. Miss Marino was the first to undergo the procedure.
Okay. Because as I say, if they had a name for this, it must have happened before. This can't be the first case, correct?
That's what they're saying.
But this is the first case they actually did a surgery on.
She's the first one who's ever gone under the knife and had a vag installed.
So there were at least 3 other girls that lived their entire life with no vag.
No vag.
Interesting. Okay.
Before being used, the fish skin undergoes a special cleaning and sterilization process followed by radiation exposure to kill any viruses. The procedure removes all the skin scales. There's your answer, Bob. And the odor.
Oh.
So it removes the scales and the stink.
How can you remove the odor?
I don't know how they do it, but they take the stank out of it.
Interesting.
So she doesn't have a stank snatch.
So that means he could eat the pussy.
I guess. Leaving behind a light-colored gel dressing that can be stored up for 2 years in a refrigerated sterile package.
Yeah, I've got like 4 packages in my refrigerator.
Yeah, I got 4 packages of fish skin vagina lining.
And you know, the good thing is you could freeze them for up to 2 years.
Right.
And you could fry them up and they taste just as good as new.
It's just like filet. It's just like filet of sole.
Absolutely.
Right. I was going to use this to form a vagina, but it's coming up on the 2-year mark, so God damn it, I'll just fry it up and eat it.
There you go. Good stuff.
The fish skin method is considered less invasive than the traditional technique of creating a vagina canal using skin grafts from the patient's groin.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because don't they usually use skin grafts from, and especially from the same skin of the person? If you have they need the skin to match. If you have some kind of an accident, like your leg, they'll take a graft from your hip and put it on your leg,
Well,
so the skin matches.
Well, that's what they would normally do, but they found out, strangely enough, that fish skin does the job nicely.
Did they mention what kind of fish it was?
Yes, it was a tilapia.
Interesting. Wow.
Yep.
I ate one the other day. I mean, actually, the actual fish, not the fish pussy.
Right, exactly. This procedure can be a time-consuming and painful, as the patient needs to recover from a large incision, which leaves a scar that can be unsightly and stigmatizing. There is also a possibility of discomfort with the reconstruction tissue. The fish skin surgery also has a faster recovery rate with no visible scars or risk of rejection or infections.
Wow.
Patients are typically able to walk around after 12 days with the molding being replaced with silicone or a sponge for comfort.
Wow. So no STDs.
No STDs.
No gonorrhea, no syphilis.
No chlamydia.
AIDS, no chlamydia.
Nope.
Wow. Maybe I'm going to get a fish cock.
Traditionally, surgery requires patients to spend weeks in the hospital, essentially to relearn how to walk. I'm sure you banged out some chicks, Bob, that they looked like they were riding a horse.
Yeah, but none of them had a fish pussy, as far as I know.
They went staggering.
Maybe it was one of the four. I don't know.
They went staggering out of your apartment like they had just rode a Bronco.
True, correct. Were you spying on me, Neely?
No, I'm just going to make the assessment that from one metal guy to another, we know how to bang out our chicks.
This is correct, Neely.
Right.
Rectamundo.
To make a new vagina, we insert a vagina-shaped acrylic mold lined with the skin of tilapia into the space created by the bladder and the rectum. Very sexy.
Yes, it is. It's turning me on already.
Exactly. The device remains there for 10 days to prevent the walls from closing. During this period, the skin of the tilapia is absorbed in the cells, and the growth factor released by the membrane transforms like stem cells into the patient's tissues. Finally, the patient's body completely incorporates the tilapia skin, becoming biocompatible with it.
Now, my question is, how the fuck did they come up with this? I mean, who did they use for guinea pigs on this?
You know what?
Would that be the first thing you would use if a chick has no vagina? Let's get a tilapia. Let's use tilapia skin. That'll work.
Maybe it was just deduction. Maybe maybe the chief surgeon has a wife at home and says, you know what? You smell like tilapia. I got an idea. Let's try that in the next surgery.
Well, you would think they would use like a beaver. No.
I don't know. I know you're not in the chat room, Bob, but Phil Luz is posting disgusting photos.
I knew he would. That's why I'm not in the chat room. And thank God I can't get in the chat room for whatever reason. But I figure this story would definitely prompt him to post some pretty disgusting photos.
Yes. This girl that Phil Luz posted has more hair in her nether regions than I have on my entire head.
Okay, I don't want to hear about that. And again, that will be our woolly mammoth pussy hat. That.
All right.
You're a sick fuck.
The fish skin simulates cellular growth and formation of blood vessel and creates a new canal equal to that of an actual vagina.
Yummy.
Tilapia fish are readily available in Brazil's rivers and farms. So they went out there fishing along the river and said, "Catch me a good
fish they could catch. It was either that or a piranha.
Right, catch me a good vagina." Their skin, which is typically thrown away, contains a large amount of moisture and is rich in collagen, which promotes healing. It is also disease resistant and as strong as a human skin. Tilapia skin has previously been used to heal more than 200 severe burn victims without the use of gauze, and has been changed regularly.
Now, let me ask you, Neely, after this story, how many women do you think are going to have pussy transplants?
They're going to have tilapia surgery.
They want a nice, young-looking pussy, a nice, young, tight pussy, so they say, catch me a tilapia. Let's go fish.
Right.
Okay.
Surgically insert that into where my vag should be.
And where should that be, Neely?
Well, below, but let me ask you, Bob.
Yes.
Would that change anything for you if some chick said, you started dating this chick, you took her out to dinner a few times, she had a good sense of humor, pretty, you got along with her pretty good, and then she goes, "Oh, by the way, I was born without a pussy and I got a fish vag." Would that be a deal breaker for you?
There might be a red flag or two going up. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have sex with her. I could be very friendly with her, but that would just be kind of off.
You could be friendly with her.
Why not? If she's got a good personality or whatever, who cares if she has a fish vag?
A fish vag.
Fish vag. No, Neely, I'm diverse. I like all people. Just because I wouldn't have sex with them doesn't mean I won't associate with them, Neely.
Exactly.